So today we have to discuss about Hibernate. First point, what is Hibernate? I am talking about open the page. Okay. What is Hibernate? Generally, for example, without Hibernate, first concept what I need. This is a application. It is a Java application. It is a Java application. It is a database. It is a database. It is called database. Database. My conclusion is I want to connect from Java application to database. I want to connect Java application to database and retrieve from any information from database to Java application. Communicate to each other. Before Hibernate, we can communicate from Java application to database by using JDBC. We have already existing languages that is called JDBC. The use of JDBC is to connecting from Java application to database. Hibernate also same thing. What is the purpose of Hibernate? Same thing. Connect from Java application to database. But what is the difference? Why we should use Hibernate rather than JDBC? Is there any drawbacks of JDBC? If they have drawbacks, how can you overcome? So these queries in my hand. See, first I am telling about I am not using Hibernate. Put in backside. Remove this one. Hibernate. So Hibernate is a technology. It is also known as ORM. Object. O stands for object. R stands for relational. And N stands for mapping. Object relational mapping. ORM stands for object relational mapping. So it is a Hibernate. Hibernate is a technology. It is also known as ORM tool. It is a tool. How can you say ORM in the form of diagrammatical? See, O means object. This is called Java objects. These are called Java objects. Relational means the database. Relational represents database. Relational. What is a mapping? The communication is called mapping. So this is called mapping. So O or M. It is called object relational mapping. This is the definition of Hibernate. I am repeating once again. Hibernate is a framework. Hibernate is a technology. Hibernate is also known as ORM tool. ORM stands for Object Relational Model. Object represents the Java class objects. Relational represents database. Mapping represents communication between objects to relational. That is called ORM. Why we should use Hibernate rather than JDBC? See, I have few doubts. First one. My doubts are first doubt. I want to use Ojo class. Ojo class nothing but plain old Java object. It is called bean class. It is called encapsulation. In Hibernate, it is called persistence class. Both are same. Persistent class. Ojo stands for plain old Java object. It is called bean class or encapsulation. It has setter and getter methods. Pojo class has setter and getter method. In core Java, we already learned. Okay. Third, Pojo class. I am taking Pojo class. This is my first term. I am taking my Pojo class. The Pojo class name is class. Pojo class name is class. So class name is bank. Class name is bank. So bank has some information. So integer IFSC code. Bank has IFSC code. The IFSC code, you know what is the use of units? It's a unique value. And bank name, and that's enough. Let's take it bank name. So I have two fields. With the class name. If I am compile this class, if I am run this class, the table should be created using the bank class name. The name of class name. So how can you create? Directly, it has table. The table has how many columns here? 2 columns. First one as it is IFSC code, second one as it is bank name. And table name is bank. This is called bank. Table name is bank. So I want to create like this one. See, I am a Java developer. I am not SQL developer. I am a Java developer because I don't want to touch with database. I want to implement the code in class level only, in the class. But based on classes, I need to connect to the database. This is my first query. So I am repeating my first query. I want to create Pojo class. With the name of Pojo class, the table has to be created in database. If Pojo class has 2 fields, IFSC code, bank name, the table has to be created 2 columns, same IFSC code, bank name. But I don't want to create table manually in database. I don't want to touch the database. I don't want to create any table. I don't want to create any table, any database. I want to create only class. But when I run the application, the table automatically created. So this is my question, first question. Can I work with JDBC? Yes, you can work. But what is the procedure in JDBC? First step, you have to create the table. And you have to create the rows, inside the rows, everything you have to create it in database side also. But based on Pojo class, is it create? No, in JDBC, we cannot create directly. But Hibernate, we hibernate the ORM tool, like JVM mission has been created table and columns with respect to Pojo class name and Pojo class fields. That is the use of Hibernate. This is my first question. I told you solution also. So JDBC doesn't support means what? It's not object oriented. For example, it's not object oriented means what? If I am taking Pojo class, so no use. 100% we have to create the table and insert the rows manually in database, so by using JDBC. But here in Hibernate, not required. Don't touch with database queries. Okay, this is the first doubt. And my second doubt is, so I would like to use notepad. My second doubt, I am telling you my second doubt. So I want to write like this one. I want to write class the bank has IFSC code, and it is an integer IFSC code, and string the bank name. string bank name. This is the general class. See, I want to utilize the bank class. Generally, every bank should have IFSC code and a bank name. Best example, let's take it. SBH has IFSC code, bank name. SBI has IFSC code, bank name. So all subsidiaries of SBI should have IFSC code, bank name. All nationalized banks. So all nationalized banks means what? Union Bank, UCO Bank, Vijaya Bank, all banks. Okay, even private bank, any bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, HSBC Bank, Citibank, any bank should have IFSC code, bank name. Okay, these are common fields because I want to utilize these two properties in my other bank process. So that means what? HDFC. So extends, that means what? Extends bank. So IFSC code and bank names are utilized by all classes, same fields. Because of I don't want to initialize, I don't want to declare again. So because of I need to extend the class. So when I am extending the class, that is called inheritance. Obviously, I want to utilize, I want to implement such type of cases. Can I work with JDBC? We cannot work like this case. Means what? JDBC doesn't support inheritance concept. Hibernate supports inheritance concept. That is the use of Hibernate. So that is the drawback of JDBC. Next, third doubt, my third doubt. Second doubt, I told you, and I have given the answer also. Okay, my third doubt. What is my third doubt? See, next one. When I am using JDBC, normal JDBC, how can you write the table? How can you create? How can you insert? How can you select the data? See, for example, in JDBC, how can you write here? So connection dot prepare statement. Inside the statement, we can write select star from. So what is the table name in JDBC? So in database, whatever it you will wish. For example, bank table we have created like this one. Forget about this one. So what is this one here? Select from start. These are completely SQL commands. So how can you write in JDBC? I am writing clearly. For example, prepared statement. Okay. In JDBC, prepared statement STMNT equals to. Okay. You can take it. So whatever it connection dot. Okay. Get connection like this one. Connection dot get connection driver manager class. Whatever it. Okay. So I am writing any queries here. Prepared statement like this one. For example, in JDBC we can write here. For example, if you want to select the data, select the star from. So any table. For example, bank table. It is not POJO class. It is not name of the POJO. It is a table name in database. So in JDBC, how can you write? Like this one, we have to write it. Here, select the command. If you want to insert command. If you want to create command. If you want to use stored procedure, so stored procedures call procedures. If you want to use the joins you can use. If you want to use aggregate function, average, sum, minimum, maximum, whatever. If you want to nested queries, you can use it. All commands we can use. These commands are based upon database. For example, MySQL has some command. Oracle has few commands. So different databases support different types of commands. 100% it database dependent. So JDBC is a database dependent. JDBC is a database dependent. Database dependent. So database dependent. Obviously, why? Because query based, 100% query based. But in Hibernate, not required this one completely. We have to write here. Don't write selector star from. Just you can write from bank. You can write it bank. That's it. See here, bank is a Pojo class name, not database table name. So bank is a Pojo class name, not database name. From obviously we can use in database, we can use in Java also. But I am not using select commands, insert commands, create commands. Okay, I am not using any database commands. So because Hibernate is a database independent. This is the third rule. Best example, real-time scenario. I am giving you one example. In real-time scenario, I am developing one application, Spring Hibernate application. My project is completely inbuilt in Spring Hibernate. I want to develop in Spring Hibernate. I am doing the application. It's the first application. So I am writing here. My application is first one Spring, second one first one Spring combination. Spring plus JDBC combination. Spring plus Hibernate. So I want to develop two types of application. I want to develop two types of project. First one Spring JDBC. So I am doing the project, and 6 months, 1 year I can implement the code. All are based on JDBC concept and SQL concept. Okay, along with Spring. My database is MySQL database. While I am implementing the code, while I am developing the code, I am maintaining the MySQL database. Okay, so MySQL database. This is database. MySQL database. Both are MySQL. And I am telling about Spring JDBC. After 1 year, I would like to migrate into Oracle database. I am telling about this one, first one, not second one. I am telling about first one, first application. After 1 year, I would like to migrate into Oracle. I want to migrate into Oracle database. Is it possible or not? Not possible. Why? Because if you develop on MySQL database in JDBC, using JDBC, 100% queries are depending on MySQL. Best example, in MySQL we need to create database. In Oracle we are not creating any database. Directly we can create table. And for MySQL purpose, user, what is the default username? Root. Default password is root. For Oracle, default username is system. Default password is Oracle. Depends on versions. So because of every queries are different. So for example, let's take it store procedure. Oracle 100% supports store procedures, all PLSQL statements. But MySQL doesn't support all PLSQL statements. So in Oracle we can create for example, create a procedures in Oracle very easy. But MySQL, we have some delimiter, parameter, delimiter command, different commands. Then when I am using JDBC, because we cannot migrate into other database. That is the problem. But go with Spring Hibernate. If I am developing Spring Hibernate, by using MySQL. Why? Because Hibernate is completely based on class, Pojo class. But here JDBC completely based on database tables. Here what's happened? Hibernate is completely based on Pojo class table. Even though if you are using MySQL, we can migrate into Oracle, not an issue. Why? Because we are not mentioning any table name, we are not mentioning any database dependent queries. Directly we can mention here Pojo class name. The Pojo class has those fields. Based on that one, if you want to display any information, go for collections, not SQL. Directly go for collection, either RLS, map, whatever. By using collection, we can display the Hibernate. We can display the queries. So because we can migrate into all databases, that is the use of Hibernate. This is my third doubt. I am explaining once again. JDBC doesn't support objects. Means what? Cannot convert objects into database table. Second point. Like Pojo class. Second point. JDBC doesn't support inheritance. Hibernate supports inheritance. Third point. This is the third point. JDBC is a dependent language, and Hibernate is a independent language. This is the third point. Next, my fourth doubt is I need to use annotations. Annotations means what? Annotations. So in JDBC, annotations means what? So already we learned in generics, annotations, collections in core Java. Already we learned in core Java concept. Collections, generics, annotations. We learned. So what is annotation? So I told very clear. You will learn in core Java very clearly. So generally, what is the use of annotations? Instead of XML file, you can use annotations and to communicate with the database. Best example, annotations represents with the X symbol, and annotations is all or depending on class name, not XML files, or depending on class names. So JDBC doesn't support annotations. Hibernate supports annotation. These are major differences between JDBC and Hibernate. Because of most of the companies who are using Spring with Hibernate, Struts with Hibernate, any framework, Next.js with Hibernate, any framework, we can integrate with Hibernate easily and communicate to the database, and Java people can understand the database easily. Why? Because they are not focusing on queries, they are focusing on only Java classes. That is the use of Hibernate. So I hope you understand what are the differences between JDBC and Hibernate. So this is the Hibernate, use of Hibernate. Okay. So I am repeating once again. Hibernate is a framework. Hibernate is a framework technology. Hibernate is also known as ORM tool. ORM stands for Object Relational Mapping. Object represents Java objects. Relational represents database. Mapping represents communication, connection between objects to database. So what is the uses of Hibernate? What are the drawbacks of JDBC? So JDBC drawbacks I am telling. JDBC doesn't support Pojo class. JDBC doesn't support inheritance. JDBC doesn't support annotation. And JDBC is a platform dependent, not platform SQL dependent, database dependent. Go for Hibernate. Hibernate supports Pojo class. It's completely based on object. Hibernate supports inheritance. Hibernate supports annotations, and Hibernate is a database independent. So these are very important. So differences and advantages of Hibernate. So to overcome the drawbacks of JDBC, Hibernate is introduced in 2001. Okay. So who is the father of history of Hibernate? History of Hibernate. Who is the father of Hibernate? Gavin King. Gavin King is the father of Hibernate. In which year? Initial 2001. So versions. Right now I am using Hibernate 4.7.3 like Hibernate 4. So Hibernate 4 we can use it. So number of versions Hibernate 4. So these are versions. Okay. So who is the father of Hibernate? Gavin King. So which is invented, which is released in 2001, and right now version is updated version is Hibernate 4. So I am using Hibernate 4.7 also. 4 version means what? 4.7, 4.8 like this. Okay. So this is the history of Hibernate. So what we covered? So first one, what is Hibernate? Second one, what are the advantages of Hibernate? What are the advantages of Hibernate? And what are the drawbacks of Hibernate? And what are the drawbacks of JDBC? And history of Hibernate. So this is the introduction. Next step 2. Next concept. Hierarchy or else. So go for directly architecture. That's better. After that we can go for hierarchy. So architecture. So generally I am telling about Hibernate architecture. So right now I am a developer. I am a Java developer. My project I am developing the project. My projects in my company using Spring Hibernate technologies. Okay. So this is the database. So these are called, for example, let's take it client. This is called client. It is called database. This is the Hibernate component. The Hibernate component has Pojo class. It is a Pojo class. It is called Pojo class. So we need Pojo class. Based on Pojo class, we can create the table, and automatically tool has been created in the name of table. This is a Pojo class. So it is a bank.java, for example, bank.java. Then how can you connect to the bank Pojo class to database? We need one more component. This is called configuration file. It is a fixed name, Hibernate config.xml. The Hibernate config.xml file contains database information. What is the database information? Driver class name, URL, username, password, all information is contained by Hibernate configuration file. Okay. So this will be held to database. Connect to the database. Connect to the database by using Hibernate configuration to database. Next one. So we have one more file. This is called mapping. It is called mapping file. Mapping. Why we should call mapping file? Why we should call mapping file? The mapping file is a interface, is a communicator between Mojo to Hibernate configuration file. We cannot communicate Hibernate configuration to Mojo class because we need one intermediate file. The intermediate file is called mapping file. The mapping file name is bank.hbm.xml file. Bank.hbm.xml file. So here bank name, so mapping file name and Mojo class name should be same. Mojo class name and mapping file name should be same. Keep in mind, it's very important. So Mojo class name and mapping file name should be same. So the mapping file extension is .hbm.xml file. .hbm.xml file. The configuration file. The configuration file has database information. So because I need to communicate with database. Communicate with database to mapping file. Database to mapping file. And mapping file to, obviously, mapping file to Mojo class and Mojo class to mapping file. This is the hierarchy of architecture. Hierarchy also same thing. We can use it. Hierarchy. Hierarchy means what? How can you follow the steps? How can you follow the steps? So architecture is nothing but it's like a diagrammatical way. So architecture means what? We have to construct the building using some norms, rules and regulations. Here also same. What about client? What about client? Client nothing but either main method class. Okay, client nothing but main method class, or else in a string view presentation. This is called presentation. Presentation means what? In generally nothing but client also. You can write it. So controller class. You can write controller. In string controller, whatever it is. You can take it any controller. Either main method means what? Java has main method. That is nothing but client. Okay. Let's web browser site. This is completely web browser site. You can use as web browser site. So web browser content like forms, whatever it is. Okay. So web browser content and forms. Okay, and controller, whatever it you need. So this is client. So if I am run the application, main method application, so it completely goes to Hibernate. Okay. So I want to remove this one. Here, see, this is a main class. It's a main class. If I am run the main class, the main class has Hibernate configuration file. Through Hibernate configuration to database. Hibernate configuration file has mapping file. Mapping file represents database information means what? Like table name and column names, everything handled by mapping file. The mapping file is associated with Mojo class. So this is the Hibernate architecture. Based on Hibernate architecture, we can write the Hibernate applications. We can execute the programs also. Okay. So this is the Hibernate architecture. Right. Sundar Kumar. Asid. Hello Asit. Hello Mahesh.
Yes, yes, tell me.
Yes, okay, fine, fine. Just Rashikar and Rajeshwar, Malleshwar Rao, Chandrakant. Right, all of you. Right. Hello, Mahesh.
Yes,
Mahesh.
yes, tell me.
Right. Yes. Malleshwar Rao, Rashikar, Rajeshwar, Chandrakant. Right.
Hello.
Actually, I would like to interact with you, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
So when I am execute the programs, I would like to interact with you, and you have to explain. You have to give me the answers also. Mutual communication. Okay. Right. See, I would like to introduce myself. Right. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Mahesh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I would like to introduce myself. So this is Chari.
Okay.
So total, I have 7 years experience. So I am a real-time developer. I am a software engineer. Some other places. Okay. So I am a Java developer, and along with as well as I am a Java corporate trainer. So I handle many batches. So I can train all entire Java, can core Java, advanced Java, frameworks, all frameworks, start to Spring, Hibernate, and JSF, all frameworks. So I am an expertise on developing. So I am mentoring my own site also. So my own site is java-ravi-tutorials.com. So this is my own site for communicate to the my trainees, communicate to the aspirants, communicate to other people who are learning, who are preparing for interviews, who are preparing for technical rounds, who are preparing for job purpose means what? Either experience wise or freshers, whatever it is. So because of I am maintaining my own site is java-ravi-tutorials.com. java-ravi-tutorials.com. This is my own site. This is my personal site. Okay. So this is my information. So description of mine. So right, Mahesh.
Yes.
Any more queries on this topic? Architecture, usage, differences,